The year is 331 BC. Two massive armies face each other on the dusty plains of Gaugamela. On one side stands Darius III, King of Kings, ruler of the vast Persian Empire. His forces are immense, a sea of soldiers stretching to the horizon. On the other side, a young Macedonian king with an audacious dream, Alexander the Great. This is no ordinary battle. It is a clash of civilizations, east versus west, for control of the known world. The stakes could not be higher. The Battle of Gaugamela would become a legend. It was a testament to Alexander's military genius. His victory that day shattered the Persian Empire and changed the course of history. But Gaugamela was more than just a battle. It was the culmination of years of conflict, ambition, and a clash of two very different worlds. The stage was set for one of the most epic confrontations in human history. Alexander's path to Gaugamela was paved with conquest. He had already conquered much of Greece. His victories at Granicus River and Issus had shattered the myth of Persian invincibility. Darius, seeking to crush the Macedonian upstart, had assembled a massive army. He chose the plains of Gaugamela, believing the terrain would favor his superior numbers, especially his chariots. Alexander, always bold, was not intimidated. He knew the Persians vastly outnumbered his forces. He also knew that Darius had learned from previous defeats. The Persian king had trained his troops to counter Macedonian tactics. He even deployed anti-cavalry spikes to disrupt Alexander's charges. Despite the challenges, Alexander remained confident. He had a secret weapon, his own strategic brilliance. The stage was set for a clash of titans. The Persian army was a sight to behold. Ancient sources speak of hundreds of thousands of soldiers, though modern estimates are more conservative. Darius fielded a diverse force: immortals with their wicker shields and spears, heavily armored cavalry, scythed chariots, and even war elephants. The sheer size of his army was intended to overwhelm the Macedonians. Alexander's army was smaller but far more disciplined. His core was the Macedonian phalanx, infantry armed with long pikes called sarissas. They formed a nearly impenetrable wall of shields and spears. Supporting the phalanx were elite companion cavalry and various light infantry units. Alexander's army was a well-oiled machine, honed by years of constant warfare. The fate of empires hung in the balance. The battle began with a Persian chariot charge. Darius hoped to break the Macedonian lines early. Alexander, however, had anticipated this tactic. He ordered his infantry to open ranks, letting the chariots pass through, where they were isolated and destroyed. The Persian cavalry then engaged Alexander's right flank. A fierce struggle ensued, but Alexander's companion cavalry held firm. Seeing an opportunity, Alexander launched a daring attack. He personally led a wedge formation directly at Darius. The charge broke through the Persian lines, causing panic and confusion. Darius, fearing for his life, fled the battlefield. His flight shattered the morale of the Persian army, and the rout was on. Gaugamela was a decisive victory for Alexander. It marked the end of the Achaemenid Empire. Darius would be murdered by his own men as he fled eastward. Alexander went on to conquer Babylon, Persepolis, and other Persian capitals. He would never lose another battle. The young king from Macedon had conquered the largest empire the world had ever seen.